you, everyone. This is really great to be here.
Hi, this is Denise Juneau, candidate for U.S. House in Montana.
Let me just start by asking, what's it like? What's your day like?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. You know, I still have an official job being superintendent of public instruction, and so I'm not done with that job for another year, and so still serving the people of Montana. I've been having an awesome time being the top advocate for public education in this state and system, you know, forging the future for children of this state, and then stepping up to run this congressional race. It's been pretty fascinating. And I just tell people all the time, it's like, whenever I start feeling down about what's happening in our country or hearing the negative rhetoric, I just love to go into school and be with students and talk to them about their hopes and dreams, and know that I have a part in playing that helps them reach those hopes and dreams. It's pretty significant. They are always optimistic about the future, hands down the most optimistic people about what the future holds. And you can't help but leave that school system being more hopeful about our future every time. And so that's what I like about being in this job. And so when they see me stepping up, they get super excited that we have somebody who's challenging this seat that has actually won statewide elected. And people are really excited. We've never had an American Indian woman serve in Congress ever from anywhere. And just to see themselves reflected in places of power, and knowing that Montana can do that again, and win this seat back after 26 years on the Democratic side. We have a record of winning. The first woman elected to the seat was Jeanette Lincoln 100 years ago. And we have an opportunity to elect the second woman ever that Montana has elected 100 years later. It's like a very historic election cycle, and it's just an important election cycle. You know, we get one voice for 1 million Montanans. This is an at-large seat. It's the entire state. And that one voice really should reflect our population. You know, and to elect an American Indian woman to serve in Congress, to elect an openly gay person and see themselves reflected. It's just like, there's a lot of enthusiasm around this race, and if we can just capture and keep that momentum going, definitely win this office. Like the first day I announced, I had this fundraiser in Missoula, and we had 150 people show up. At that fundraiser, I had a young man walk up to me and say that he was going to register to vote and vote in this election cycle because he finally had a reason to do that. I take so many selfies with young American Indian people who are just super excited to see themselves and know that there is a path to success no matter where you come from. You know, this story really is one of moving from Head Start to Harvard, from moving from a small reservation town to the halls of Congress, and to know that that can happen in Montana is exciting for me and for a lot of voters across the state. Yeah, so you know, people in Montana, you know, that we have a lot of pride in where we come from, and you know, a lot of elected people and people who are running for office. Like, well, my family came here 4 generations ago, 5 generations ago, and I'm like, mine have been here forever, 54 generations on this soil. Before there was a state, before there was a country, American Indian people were here, and we have a place, and we need to take that and really rise up and get into these places where we have traditionally not been in state government, and I see a big movement in state legislatures right now, which is awesome. At statewide elected officials, we need to start getting involved in that, and we need to be involved in the federal government, who have so much power over Indian people. It's sad that money plays such a huge role in winning these races. If it were the election of ideas, I would win pretty easily, hands down, but we have to raise money to make sure that we get the message out about my record of accomplishment, my ideas for moving forward, how I'm going to include everybody in the path that goes to Congress. And so we'll be talking a lot about how American Indian people can get engaged, and how it doesn't take a lot of money to make a significant difference, because just like votes, at the end of the day, it's about the voters of this state. And that's why Democrats win statewide, is we gather up every little vote from everywhere in Montana, and it comes into an aggregate and we win.